Hello there. We're back again, and I want to kind of jump back. I think the last one we might have did is 40. I believe that's right. And this would be 41. And I kind of broke over some from just the prophecy to the current events, and the reason being of recent things that's happened, that's expanding what's going on in the world. I didn't know if you knew this, that North Korea has sent 10,000 well-trained troops into Russia to fight against Ukraine. This just happened in the last 2 or 3 weeks, and they're agging it on. It's that makes it an international war. It's not just Russia and Ukraine. So you have to pay attention to the things that are happening. But I want to jump back and talk to you for just a few more minutes about what I was talking about. It's called BRICS, BRICS, and it stands for uh, Brazil. That's okay. I stuttered a little bit. Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. And there's since then 4 new countries that's come. There's 9 groups in it. They just had a major meeting in Kazan, Russia, hosted by Vladimir Putin. Now that's the kicker, because I jumped from there and I went back to Ezekiel 38 and read about what's called the Gog and Magog War. It is led by a person just referenced as Gog. He's the leader of Magog. Magog is Russia. It's you can look at the history of it. It's that group of people that were there and are there now. And of course, that's all changed with the Soviet Union and Russia and all that. They are now at war with the Ukraine. And so I want to talk to you about the importance of what's going on with BRICS. I showed you a picture last time. It was clumsy, and I'm going to be clumsy again. But if you were to survey that picture, you would find Vladimir Putin, you would find Xi from China, and you would find the leader of Iran. That's just 3 of the main parties in that. Why is that important? Because in this scripture, the main players are Russia, Turkey, Iran, Ethiopia, Libya. Those are all include the bands of armies, which is Hezbollah, the Houthis, Hamas, ISIS, Muslim Brotherhood. That whole group is one. Right now, Erdogan, the president of Turkey, has been trying to get all the Muslims of the world to come to and fight Israel. Well, this is like a precursor to the fact of what will happen in Armageddon. That all the armies of the nations will come to the Valley of Megiddo and fight a war, and they'll lose it, But the Gog and Magog war happens. It lasts 7 years. Some people believe it starts in the middle of the tribulation. I kind of don't see how, because they burned the weapons for 7 years. It's a 7-year war. And I think that whatever it is at this particular time, we know that the players that have been prophesied for 2,500 years at least are now in position. Turkey is shaking hands with the Khomeini. Russia is shaking hands with them. They're all in cahoots together. Xi is in partnership with them. Xi is wanting to fight or take back Taiwan. They've got a base in the South China Sea. They're poised not only for the destruction of Israel, but for the Third World War, which I think will be a part of what's being called Gog and Magog. What does that mean? That means that this is happening now. This is not this meeting that I'm talking about. These people have been meeting for 16 years. This meeting happened 2 weeks ago in Kazan, in Russia, hosted by the president of Russia, which will be the Gog of the Gog and Magog war. And we can act like these things are going to get better. And listen, I'm an American, and I believe in good things. But if you're waiting for some political person to fix this, you're going to be waiting a while, because this can only be fixed. Well, just look at this. You know, you got two candidates. One of them, their main category, she's swamping Trump in this, is abortion, because he's not going to use that as a way to get elected. And so it's like you got all these people. Most of the women in America are going to vote for her. Why? Because they want to be able to have their own, it's my body, my choice. But that's ludicrous. It's a baby. It's alive. It's a person. But this thing has gone too far. The pride, the homosexuality, the same-sex marriage. We're there. We're living in the days of Noah, in the days of Sodom and Gomorrah. We're there like it was in those days. And so I want to just keep pitching this stuff to you, because we are looking at the things that spell out the fact that the Lord's coming soon. And so I'm going to read this again in Revelation 19. And he shall cause all, small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. We know that they got scanning machines now. That all that stuff's all been in the making a long time. And that no man might buy or sell unless, or save he has the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Herein is wisdom. Let them that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, which is 600 threescore and six. 666. So we know that's in the future, immediately after the rapture. You don't want to miss the rapture, but dilly-dallying around and wondering if you got plenty of time. This is that. That was spoken by Jeremiah. It's been spoken by Ezekiel. It's been spoken by John the Revelator. It's been spoken by the other apostles and people that believed in it. Jesus said, let not your heart be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me. In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you, and if I go and prepare a place, I will come again and receive you unto myself, that where I am, there you may be also. Jesus is coming. He's coming. And the world is set to see that and to experience that. It's either going to scare you or it's going to excite you. If you're more in love with this world than you are heaven, there's something wrong with your experience. And you can't let having another child turn your head from what God's trying to do. There are thousands and hundreds of thousands of people lapsing into hell. Hell is enlarging itself. We're not in a revival. We're in the Laodicean church age. So this stuff is going to happen. As sure as I'm sitting there, it will happen. And I think that we've been the generation chosen to be a part of it. The mark of the beast will happen. Not to us, because we have been, God said that he would deliver us, Revelation 3:10, from the hour of temptation which would come upon the earth. And I believe that. But if you're saved, you say, well, I'm ready. What about your people? What about your brother? What about your nephew? What about your niece? What about your wife? What about your uncle? If there's no urgency in you and you're in the church, why are they going to be urgent? All of this economic stuff that's going on in the world, the money, it's all pointing toward, the digital money and everything that's going on. It's heading toward a one world currency, a one world government, and a one world church. So pay attention. It's going to be a test.